Hey there, kids. Got a question for you. Which would you rather have for a snack? Carrots or candy? Pretty sure I know which one you'd choose, right? You'd choose the one that tastes better. It's very natural for us to choose the one that tastes better, even if it's not the healthiest option, right? It can be hard to make wise choices that are good for us, especially when something more exciting is there instead. Now, could you eat these every day for breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Maybe, maybe not. What do you think? See, too much candy can be bad for your stomach, right? But today's Bible story is all about a guy who could have done the easier thing, but instead chose to do what is better. He chose to do what was less tempting, something pretty difficult. God gave him extraordinary help to make wise choices. And when we have a better choice, when we make that better choice, God's happy. So let's check in with Carl and Cassie and see what they're doing on Grow TV today.
Hey, little chicken nuggets. It's me, Carl.
Welcome to Grow TV. Introducing your host, Carl. And your co-host, Cassie. Where we learn, where we grow, and we talk about Jesus. Once again, welcome to Grow TV.
Welcome back to Grow TV. I'm very excited to see all of y'all. I would stand up, but I'm terrified something will fall on me or get me into danger. You see, I don't want anything loud or bad to happen, so I'm going to keep my voice down, and we're going to have a wonderful time. So the first thing we're going to do today is play a game. So today, we're just going to play with a box of blocks, a nice, quiet, soothing game of block stacking. The goal is going to be to stack the blocks as high as they can go without making them fall over, because that would be bad and loud and scary. The thing is, I don't want to play this by myself, so I'm going to have someone come and join me. Cassie.
Hey, girl.
Hey! Cassie! Nice of you to drop by. You want to play some blocks with me?
Sure.
Twenty minutes later.
All right, here we go.
Carl, it's been 20 minutes. Just put it on there already.
I will. Just give me a second.
40 minutes later.
All right, here we go. Last one. There and here, okay. Don't fall.
Whoa, why are you so upset?
All I tried to do today was let everything go smoothly. No hiccups, no mess-ups, and no potential danger.
Potential danger?
Yes, every day there's unexpected surprises and potential danger around every corner. And right now the world can seem kind of dangerous, and I don't want any part of it.
Yeah? And how's that working out for you?
Well, not great, but it is better than living the life I used to live.
Which life? The life of happiness, joy, and having fun?
Yep.
Carl, living in fear is no way to live.
Oh yeah? Why not?
God shows us that when we begin to follow Jesus, it gives us courage. Enough courage to face every challenge.
I know, but the story we talked about last week about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego being thrown into the furnace, well, it spooked me out a little.
And that's okay, Carl, but you gotta know that God is gonna give you the help and courage that you need.
There you go with that word again, courage. What does that even mean? Is that some sort of soup or something?
You're thinking of porridge.
No, that's where you store things.
Okay, well, courage is the ability to do something that frightens you. And as people who follow God, we'll be faced with a lot of things that frighten us. And we're gonna need help.
I know. So I'm gonna sit right here and only leave when I need to.
But God wants you to go through those frightening things so we can show others how great God really is and how much He can really help us. Take Daniel, for example.
Who's Daniel? And where are we taking him?
No, I mean, take a look at the story of Daniel in the Bible. He was a well-liked guy and friends with a lot of people.
Well, that sounds like someone I know.
And Daniel was the type of guy that prayed and talked to God every day. and that made him a pretty unpopular guy to some people.
Some people didn't like him? Why?
There will always be people that don't like that we give so much time to God, but that doesn't mean we need to stop. Anyway, a few of these bad guys took Daniel and threw him into a den with a ton of lions.
Lions?
Lions.
Lions?
Yes, lions.
Lions?
All right, that's enough.
Sorry.
So he was thrown in there, and all the lions were super hungry. And Daniel realized he could do one thing that could save himself.
Ah, so he started studying the language of lions. Then he became fluent in the lion language so he could convince the lions that he himself is a lion and that they wouldn't eat him because he would be a lion, and they are lions, and lions don't eat each other. Boom.
Close, but not really. He started praying.
What? That's crazy. Daniel's in the most dangerous situation in the world, and he's just gonna start praying?
He did. He prayed to God to help him, and then it happened.
What?
God sent an angel to shut the mouths of the lions, and Daniel survived.
Holy guacamole. Daniel got a ton of help from God. I wish I had someone that would help me like that.
You do, Carl. If you love and listen to God, God will always give us help, and we will have that help to fight off bad feelings, bad situations, and anything that might frighten us.
Like lions?
Maybe.
Or weird guys with funny pink bear suits?
Sure. Either way, we know God is going to give us extraordinary help.
Wait a second. That's our big idea! Today's big idea is God gives us extraordinary help.
Let's say it loud on the count of 3, okay?
Okay. 1, 2, 3. God gives us extraordinary help! Wow! Good job, everyone. What a great story.
Couldn't agree more. I'm glad we don't have to worry about lions coming into our little den, you know?
Or big, weird men wearing a pink bear suit.
I guess, but how likely is that?
I mean, you never know.
Hey guys. Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Grow TV.
So this story comes from the book of Daniel, chapter 6. I'm going to kind of just tell you instead of reading because it's a long one. So Daniel, he's a man who obeys God. He also happened to be friends with 3 guys you might remember from last week. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. You remember what happened to them? Right, they didn't bow down to Nebuchadnezzar's statue, and so they got thrown into the fiery furnace, but God protected them. So Daniel, right, he grows up. He also grows in his faith. And he has a very important job, and he was very good at them. He was well liked by the king named Darius. He was a very popular guy. But on the other hand, some other men became very jealous of Daniel. They didn't understand Daniel and his love for God. Just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused to worship the statue, Daniel refused to give up praying to God. He prayed to God every single day. So these men were jealous of Daniel, and they were not followers of God. So it made them pretty angry that Daniel prayed every day. It also made them jealous that King Darius liked Daniel so much. So these guys, they tricked the king into throwing Daniel into a den full of hungry lions for breaking a silly new law that says no one's allowed to pray, right? Daniel was afraid, obviously, because lions are hungry, super scary, but he continued to pray even though he was there with the lions. And guess what? God heard his prayers. God answered Daniel and sent an angel to shut the mouths of the lions. And Daniel wasn't harmed by those lions. And God helped Daniel, who had put his faith in God first. See, it might have been wrong for Daniel to pray. It might have been not what he was supposed to do, but it's what he needed to do. So when is it okay to break rules? Now, let's hang on a second. It can be scary territory. Breaking rules isn't okay, right? But Daniel knew that the king's new rule about no prayer went against what God said. You think of a time when it might be more important to do what's right rather than to even follow a rule? I can think of an example. Let's say you're told that you're never ever supposed to touch the phone, right? But then there's an emergency. Maybe you see a fire at the neighbor's house, and you're the only one around who can call 911. So should you touch the phone in that case? Probably, right? Well, Daniel felt that his need to pray to God was just as important as that. So he broke the king's rule. And you know what? God agreed.
not fear, for I am with you. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not fear, for I am with you. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I will strengthen you and help you. Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not fear, for I am with you. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I will strengthen you and help you. Isaiah 41:10. Isaiah 41:10. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I will strengthen you and help you. Isaiah 41:10.
So the song we just sang, Isaiah 41:10, right, it's all about not being scared. Daniel was in a pretty scary spot, about as scary as it can get with hungry lions right there sharing a space with him. They needed to eat and he had no way to defend himself. But what he did have was God. And so he was literally facing lions, right? But he didn't need to be afraid because he knew God would help him. And God did help Daniel, right? God was just like that. And the Bible verse said that he was able to hold him up with his righteous, victorious hand, right? Sent that angel to close the mouths of the lions, and they didn't even touch him. Well, we're going to finish off with a cool activity, so give me a sec. Alright, so to finish up today, we're going to make a lion to remember all about the story of Daniel and the lion's den. So what you're going to need to do is you can either go on our church webpage and print off this document, okay, and it has all of the lines and the coloring sheets to make your lion, or you can just use any piece of paper, cut it into a square, and then draw your own lion's face on it once you're done, okay? So the way it's going to work is you need scissors, paper, some crayons, okay? So you have a parent's help for the scissors, but here we go. I'm going to first start by cutting it out. Alright, once you get the square cut out, okay, so on mine you can see I have the lion face, so I have top of the face, okay, and then bottom of the face, okay. Then I have some teeth right underneath it, teeth, and teeth if you're drawing your own. That way you can know where to put each part of the lion. So, here we go. Alright, next I'm going to start coloring, and so you're going to see this in fast forward. Okay, so for you that only took a couple seconds. For me it took a little while. But as you can see, I've got my lion all colored in. So I made his face brown, I made his hair orange, and his nose black. And then on the teeth, I left the teeth part white and made the inside of the mouth black. Now you can do yours whatever colors you want, but that's what I chose, okay? So, now we get to the fun part, the folding, okay? So here we go. First, we're gonna start by folding it in half, okay? Gonna fold it in half one way and make it into a big triangle, okay? Now if you have the page that I have, you have little lines that help show you which ways to fold. Then you're gonna fold it into a big half triangle the other way, okay? And those are the first steps. Now you're gonna open it back up, okay? And you're gonna flip it over, okay? Once you have it upside down, you're gonna take the next corner and fold it in to the middle. This is the very important part. You want to be able to see your lion once you fold it up, okay? So you fold that part up. All 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that you should have all of your lion pieces in the middle like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to flip it over again. Boom. Now you're going to flip the 4 corners into the middle again. Just like 1, 2, 3, and finally 4. Once you get those all folded up, you're just about there. Now you're going to do one more thing. You're going to take the part, you can see the mouth heel, you're going to fold it in once in half, and then fold it in half again the other way. That helps it bend so you can get your fingers in there. Now what you're going to do is where the head is here, you're going to put it on the outside and put your fingers in these little pockets that open up. So I'm going to stick my fingers in these pockets and make myself my little lion puppet. Oops. Got to do it the right way. Ha, so silly. Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. There he is. Oh, my other finger didn't go in. There we go, now I got it. Alright, and then you have your little lion puppet. Hello, I'm gonna eat you. And God says, no, keep that mouth closed. Anyway, so that's how you can make a little lion puppet to remember all about Daniel and the Lion's Den. Hope you've had fun today, and we will see you again next week. Bye-bye!